what I miss? The pre-2010 YouTube UK vlogging community. I mean, not just exclusively the UK, but the pre-2010 YouTube vlogging community. Now you're probably wondering, Aaron, why are you filming this video on a webcam when you have a fully functioning DSLR? And the answer is, I'm just a bit of a pretentious arsehole, really. And when we link back to the opening statement, we realise just how much of a pretentious arsehole I really am. Because you see, saying that I miss the pre-2010 YouTube vlogging community is a bit of a strange thing for me to say. Because, I mean, technically, I wasn't really part of it. See, I started YouTube in around December 2008, so I've been on the platform. I was around at the right time to kind of catch that movement as it was like on its upward upward thing that it was doing. Back in the time when people just made YouTube videos just because they wanted to make videos and not because they wanted to become internet famous and all that bollocks. And I was around at the time. I was around, but I didn't know that this kind of community thing existed. I was quite content to just sit alone in my room and make little animations in Paint, Microsoft Paint, and Windows Movie Maker were my tools of choice. I spent about a week making a 1.5-second clip of Darth Maul just kind of standing there, and then there's a lightsaber flies out from nowhere, hits him in the back of the neck, right? Blood starts pouring out, and his expression goes from a really angry face to a "oh no, I've just been killed" face, and that was the whole thing. That was my first ever YouTube video, and that was 2008. But I didn't start talking to a camera like this until 2009, 2010-ish, maybe. So still around that time. I was still there in time to catch this as it was happening. But yet, I still wasn't aware of its existence. I actually started this because of a very different, but also similarly predicated community, which was video game collectors, primarily American, some Australian, actually, Canadian, various people, but people that collected video games, but they built a community around YouTube where they talked about their collections and they traded games and all this sort of stuff. And I wanted to be part of that because I was like, oh my god, these people are talking to a camera and they're making friends, that's so cool. Of course, completely unaware that there were people here in the UK doing the exact same thing, and that subculture would, several years down the line, expand into a massive global cultural phenomenon. So if I'd been a bit more aware, I could have kind of been in that. I think things would have gone very differently because I reckon because the way that I actually produced content was very similar to like the kind of other things that were happening. I was just completely unaware that they were happening. Like I was a very kind of stereotypical vlogger for that time. I guess just making videos about games and books and things instead of serial. But it's just kind of really weird to think that I could have been part of that and things would have turned out really differently. Butterfly effect and all that. Ooh, spooky. But genuinely, like in years gone by, I've gone back and I've watched, really early videos from, people like Charlie McDonnell and Crapsticks and the Vlog Brothers and, all those sorts of people. And it kind of makes me feel like this weird sort of nostalgia for something that I was never actually a part of. Like, up until around, I think, 2012 was when I discovered it. So I was a little bit late on that kind of wagon. That wagon? But I do miss that era when I just kind of, made real shit. Real shit. That's what I made. I don't make real shit anymore. I make pretend shit. It's all the rage with the kids, I think. But I thought as we're kind of creeping up to my 7th anniversary on the platform, that's, just a few weeks, which makes me a bit of a YouTube dinosaur. I thought we'd take it back a bit. We'd kick it real old school. I'm gonna throw some curveballs in there, maybe like some things that you might not be expecting. Well, I mean, do you ever really expect anything from me? No. Because I recently started a new project called Community, and it's a lot of different things. But what the videos I was doing there ended up descending into was like a personal kind of daily vlog for myself, which is one of the things that it definitely 100% is not and was never intended to be. So I kind of like put up a video on there saying, right, I'm taking a break for a little while. I'm going to reevaluate how this is working, and then I'm going to come back to it when I have some fresh ideas or a better kind of notion for how to carry this forward. So I thought, alright, I've got my music channel, and then I've got this one, which I don't really use. We're just going to talk shit about life, community it up, right? Like, not in the community, the project that I'm doing, like, you know, old school. We're going to do things, and it's going to be fun. So yeah, remember to rate, give it 5 stars if you enjoyed it. Oh Christ, on a bike. No, but seriously, leave some comments in my pants. In my pants. Leave comments, subscribe, because it's going to be good fun. Oh, and because there weren't already enough shameless plugs in this video, this one supports LGBTQIA plus rights. Completely, unashamedly. It's a shameless plug right there. Also one of the most overused jokes on YouTube, but hey, we're taking it back. Follow me on Twitter. Do you know what I miss? The 2000 Oh god, we're off to a good start. Do you know what I miss? The pre-2000 Oh my god, it's recording. Lads, I pressed the space bar and it's recording.